Steinhouse, and welcome to Money Chat Now. Money Chat Now is a politically charged stock market pre-show giving you the politics of the day and the biggest moves in the stock market. It is presented with comedic common sense and just the right amount of sarcasm by an expert in financial literacy, and hey, that's me, Larry Steinhouse. Today is Tuesday, September 6, 2022. I want to welcome you to the show. We are live on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube, and you can also find repeats of the show on Rumble and Spotify. Hey, please search Money Chat Now and Larry Steinhouse, and then you could follow me there as well. Hey, if you'd like to connect, please go to contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com, and there you will find my social media connections, my email and text message information as well. That's contactlarry.com. Hey, just a reminder, if you're watching online, hit that like button. Everybody watching, hit that like button right now. Hit that share button as well, and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and like the Money Chat Now page on Facebook. You can also find Money Chat Now and the Larry Steinhouse Show on Spotify. And please go there and subscribe. You can comment live during the show on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And please say hi so I know you're watching. And if you haven't joined the Money Chat Now fan page on Facebook, please do that and make sure you can always see the show. Hey, if you like Money Chat Now, if you like the page, you can still see the show when I'm in Facebook jail because I can only transmit there. I can't transmit to my personal page. So please go to the Money Chat Now fan page, like it, and you can never miss a show due to Facebook censors. All right, on today's show, we're going to be talking about, of course, the market recap. We're going to be talking about actually prices that are dropping. We're going to be talking about Porsche and Volkswagen, and I have a question for you. Is Bank of America racist? All right, real quick, I want to say hello to a couple people joining us online. We got a whole bunch of people online saying hi. And let's start with the top. We got Glenn and Joe and my lovely wife, Linda. We got Ken the Democrat. Hey, Ken the Democrat, I'm so glad you're back. We got Dan saying hi. We got Liz saying hi. Tommy, John D, and Kevin, and of course my brother also as well. All my big fans, thank you guys. I always appreciate you watching. Money Chat Now is also brought to you by Investor Schooling, and you can attend a complimentary class this Thursday by going to investorschooling.com, and there you will learn about real estate investing, stock options trading, and you'll learn it from those who do it every day. It's going to be a good class, I'm telling you right now. Hey, don't forget, I also want to thank the following people for sharing this page the past few days. There was a couple other people as well. I truly appreciate it. I know Art and Peter and Mike and Mark always share it. Betsy shares it. I think Dan even shared it once too, and I appreciate that as well. So please share the show. Please share the show on your page right now, or share it in groups that you know may enjoy the show. And this way your friends will make more money and even laugh in the morning. All right, let's get started with the recap and talk about what happened on Friday. So it looks like Friday went exactly the way I said it would. The Dow started off positive with the unemployment news, being in the sweet spot, but as I predicted, the end of the day, it tanked. So if you listen to the show Friday morning, you may remember me saying it was going to happen. And the reason was simple. Investors already hate weekends. Some short-term investment strategies include selling all positions before Friday afternoon. But this was a 3-day weekend, and that scares short-term investment even more. So why do investors get scared of weekends? It's simply because they have no control of what may happen on the weekend. Weekends can bring, war, they can bring resignations, and even death. In fact, the CFO of Bed Bath & Beyond committed suicide this weekend. I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at the fact that it's kind of interesting that the investors were right. So Gustavo Arnal jumped from his building he lived in on, I think it was Sunday. The New York City Medical Examiner's Office said that the executive died from multiple blunt trauma and that he had taken his own life. Arnal did not leave a note and did not say anything to his wife, who was home at the time. I got to tell you, how terrible. He basically punished his wife by doing this when she was home. Anyway, Arnal was the CFO of the company, and that company had seen better days. So Bed Bath & Beyond announced their turnaround plan on Friday, which included 150 stores closing, and they were going to be borrowing some money to keep it afloat. Bed Bath & Beyond stock is down 43% this year and about 90% from its all-time high. Well, here's the kicker. Bed Bath & Beyond faces a class action lawsuit recently that was filed in the District of Columbia, accusing it of misrepresenting its value and profitability. Arnal was named in the lawsuit. Looks like some trouble for the company, and Arnal must know something that was coming. It's an extreme case of what I was saying at the beginning of the report. Bed Bath & Beyond is already down, however, 17% pre-market. The stock is now trading just above 7, and I expect it to go below 5 shortly. It's a put play probably, but I don't know if I would actually play it. By the way, when was the last time you went to Bed Bath & Beyond? It's been a long time for me, and it reminds me of JCPenney and when they were going downhill. I chased that stock at $1.50, only to sell it at about 75 cents when I gave up. It's now a pink slip stock, and it's worth very little. I'm actually surprised that the company hasn't closed. I'm talking about Bed Bath & Beyond, actually both of them, Bed Bath & Beyond and JCPenney's, along with all the Sears stores. Macy's surprised me this year when it hit highs of 38. But now it's back to 17, and I can't even believe it's that high. Anyway, on Friday, the Dow closed down 337 points. The S&P closed down 42.5 points. And, of course, the NASDAQ was down 154 points. This, of course, is also a short week, and it actually brings good stuff to the investors' minds. Inflation is on everyone's mind, of course, and what the Fed will do with interest rates is the reason for the continued fear. Although it doesn't matter much, the Reserve Bank of Australia hiked their rates by 50 basis points, which is what was expected in Australia. We are waiting for the Fed to tell us of their decision on how much they'll be raising interest rates, whether it'll be at 50 basis points or 75 basis points, and that's going to stall the market for a few days until we have the answer. Although earnings season is pretty much behind us, we do also have GameStop announcing earnings tomorrow, and that should be interesting for the crazy stock players of that stock. GameStop, AMC, and others, including Bed Bath & Beyond, were labeled as meme stocks. These stocks were traded in the speculation and movements of a whole lot of message boards like Reddit that squeezed the short sellers into raising the price of the stock. How they did it was amazing, but certainly it could not be maintained. During the craze of these plays, the stock was over 80, so GameStop was over 80, and now it trades about 27. I still believe this is about 10 times what it should be trading at. Watch the stock to go into the single digits within a year. I also expected the earnings to be dismal, and the stock will probably drop 20% or more after the announcement. We have already seen the big gaming companies like Microsoft and Sony complaining about how sales are down. This would make me believe that the company is in trouble. In fact, they haven't made profits in years. The company is doomed. Look, when I go into the mall and I see how empty the mall is, and I walk by GameStop, I see little or no people in there. Yeah, they do have an e-commerce segment. However, so much competition from online retailers such as Amazon, they just can't compete. You know, they're probably going to be a memory in 5 years, along with Bed Bath & Beyond. All right, let's take a look at the futures, and let's see what Wall Street has in store for us today. All right, right now, it looks like the futures are up 55. I actually think they're up higher than this. I'm not sure why these readings are low, but I'm seeing other sites saying they're higher, but it's still up. Okay, the S&P is up 19, and the NASDAQ is up 17. Real quick, I want to say a bunch of people who joined us in quite a while. I've been seeing all the people saying hi, and it looks like we have Mark joining us, and Charles, and James, and Tom. We have James, another James watching from YouTube. Thank you. And we have Jose watching from YouTube as well. Thank you so much, guys. I totally appreciate it. Hey, hit that share button. Hey, everybody, hit that share button right now. Hit the share button. Put it on your page, and I really appreciate it if you do that. All right, let's talk about prices. Hey, you remember last year when you just shook your head when you looked at housing and car prices? Like, WTF just happened. Cars were going for $5,000 over sticker, and if you wanted the car, you better buy the one in stock right now because it's going to be gone before you left the dealership. I know I bought one of these about 5 months ago, and I felt lucky to buy it. It was the only one in stock, and it was fresh off the delivery truck that morning. The salesperson said, "Take it or wait 6 months when we'll get another one." Used car prices were insane as well. I actually sold my Corvette when someone offered me $15,000 more than I had paid for it 4 years before. I got to drive and I made a profit. How often does that happen? And what about housing? The same with housing. Housing prices skyrocketed. This and fuel costs were the major cause, of the incredible inflation numbers that the Fed is trying to fight with higher interest rates. Well, all of this is starting to change, and it's changing quickly. One of the highest inflated prices were pickup trucks and SUVs. So if you wanted a new car or a new or used pickup truck, I should say, you were getting nosebleeds from the price. But now the Manheim Used Vehicle Value Index showed price declines for all major segments in July. And guess what? The first half of August showed huge price declines, and the 2-month trend has showed that used SUVs and pickup prices are falling at the fastest clip, while prices on used vans and compact cars are down just slightly. Key indicators suggest wholesale used vehicle values should show declines for the second half of August as well. Look, what's happening? Real simple. The supply line is opening up, and now we got cars, and we got flooded with cars now. We also know that housing is also slowing. The pricing of housing is declining, and houses are on the market a little longer. Now, when I say declining, I'm not talking about major declines. I'm talking about, what used to sell in a day might take a week, and, overpriced houses are just going to sit forever. The days of bidding $50,000 over asking price is also over. You don't have to do that anymore. Most likely, the asking price is probably the number or slightly below it at this point. Cars, housing, and gas are all falling in price, and I'm wondering if the Fed is taking notice. It's going to be a big deal if they aren't. They really need to slow the interest rates increases, or mayhem will follow. I can only imagine the amount of defaults we're going to be having on car loans and housing loans coming up in the next 3 to 5 years. A brutal recession is going to follow, so brace for it. All right, let's take a quick break here, and we will talk about more good stuff in a minute.
Okay, so you thought about buying and selling real estate. You've thought about investing in the stock market, but don't know where to start. Well, what if you could find a place to unlock strategies to master both real estate and the stock market, all without the headache? That place is Investor Schooling, hosted by Larry Steinhouse, an expert in real estate, financial literacy, and the ins and outs of the stock market. You can attend Investor Schooling in person or online 8 times a month. You can and will learn how to make money in real estate, and you will learn mastery of stock techniques such as options and covered calls. You will even get a chance to ask one of your burning questions to the stock option sultan, the master of picks and plays. Call 866-424-2829 for free information and receive a complimentary pass to attend classes, or register online at investorschooling.com. Don't delay. These passes are limited. So what are you waiting for? Call 866-424-2829. That's 866-424-2829. Or visit investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com.
All right, welcome back to Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse. And of course, if you'd like more information on Investor Schooling, you can go to investorschooling.com or call 866-424-2829. That's 866-424-2829. Hey, I want to welcome you back to the show. We are here live on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And you can also find repeats of the show on Rumble and Spotify. Please search Money Chat Now and Larry Steinhouse on Spotify. Like and subscribe there as well. And if you'd like to connect with me, please go to contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com. You can even make an appointment with me if you like there. You'll also find my social media connections, my email, and my text messaging information as well. That's contactlarry.com. Hey, I want to remind you guys, if you haven't already signed up for it, we have an event coming up on September 17th. It's an all-day event featuring some of the most brilliant minds in business, including Hannah Kessler, the single millionaire chick, Chris Noggle, the money multiplier, Bill Walsh, the rainmaker, and myself, Larry Steinhouse, the host of Money Chat Now, and of course the CEO of Investor Schooling. It's an in-person event, and seats are selling fast. And get yours now at 4mmw.com. That's the number 4mmw.com, and you can get the tickets right now. I absolutely suggest you be there. First of all, it's cheap. It's $97. But besides that, it's going to be an amazing, amazing group, an amazing day of discussion. I think that Ken, the Democrat, should go, and then he can learn how to make more money and be able to afford to become a Republican. All right, so far we've been discussing, of course, the market recap, and we also discussed the fact that the CEO of Bed Bath & Beyond jumped out a window. Yike. We talked about prices dropping on cars and houses. Coming up, we got Porsche and Volkswagen, and then I have a question for you. Is BAC racist? We're going to find out. And, of course, we have today's picks and plays. But first, did you guys hit that like button yet? Did you guys hit that share button yet? Leave me a comment to say hi if you haven't already. And by the way, the only way I know you're watching is if you leave a comment. My screen doesn't say who's watching. It only says the people who leave comments. So please leave comments. Say hi. Say anything. It's fine. Please share and like the show as well. And don't forget to order my new book called Money Hacks. And if you ordered it, please leave a review on Amazon. And, of course, now there's a contest, it looks like, on Facebook about who can take the best bear picture That's a stuffed bear or stuffed animal picture with my book, and I will definitely post that if you do. And I want to thank Peter for doing that as well. That was pretty awesome. All right, let's talk about Porsche and Volkswagen. Hey, you remember the days that the Porsche was like, the hot sports car? When I was a kid, if someone had a Porsche, it was amazing, right? I mean, they were just so cool. The cars were super special in their design and in their performance. I also remember when they came out with the SUV called the Cayenne in 1998, and everyone was like, what just happened? Porsche's a sports car company, not a family car. Well, it actually turned out to be a great move for them. They sold a lot of them. Well, other strange move was when Volkswagen merged or kind of really bought Porsche, and it became part of the family of Volkswagen brands like Audi, Bentley, Bugatti, and Lamborghini. Ugh, sorry to tell you guys this, but yep, all those brands are owned by the company that brought you the Bug many years ago. Oh, Bentley, Lamborghini. Oh boy, I'm so disappointed that Bentley and Lamborghini is owned by Volkswagen. Anyway, I guess I'll never look at one of those cars again without thinking of a VW Bug. Anyway, Volkswagen has announced that they're going to be selling off the brand Porsche. Pretty neat. It's going to be, it's what is anticipated as one of the largest IPOs in a long time. Now, if you remember, we've had other initial IPOs in the past few years, and all of them have tanked. Some of them have actually gone down below 10% of their initial public offering, and most of the others are down 50% of the original IPO price. It's going to be tough for this company, but Porsche does have a great track record, and currently sales are up. However, if you remember the beginning of this program, we are seeing the car market falling. So not much right now, but it's coming, and the IPO could value Porsche as much as $84 billion, according to analyst estimates. It'll help, check this out, it's going to help Volkswagen inject fresh cash into their coffers that executives say will help the company bankroll its transition to electric vehicles and self-driving cars. Oh boy. All these electric and self-driving car companies are going to ruin the car experience as we old guys know it. Soon you'll be in an autonomous car and you'll no longer enjoy the thrill of speeding up to 60 as you go into the turn that's marked 35 miles an hour. Well, what about the thrill of speeding on the accelerator, stepping on the accelerator, I should say, when no one in the road is with you and seeing if you have the balls to go over 100 miles an hour? How about driving right on the bumper of the car in front of you that's doing 50 miles an hour in a 70 mile an hour zone, trying to get them to move out of the way? Nope. The next generation is going to absolutely miss out on the thrill of all this and probably have charging vehicle blackout days as well. So now Porsche will be sold and we'll have a glutton of electric cars on the road. Remember my advice from weeks ago, make sure you have at least one gas-powered car in your garage for when the grid goes down, or if you live in California and you're told you're not allowed to charge your electric car because they're having energy problems. I just can't get over the fact that they announced that the day after they announced the fact that they're not going to be selling anything but electric cars in 2035. Anyway, this way, if you have it, you'll be the only one on the block and the only people that'll be able to drive. I wonder if Uber is going to start having, not only will they have the autonomous cars, of course, but they'll also start having lists, electric cars versus gas-powered cars. So this way, when the electric's down, you could hire somebody with a gas-powered car, but they'll have to charge you more. All right, let's talk about BAC. Here it comes, folks. The next step before the big housing crash. Do you remember in the early 2000s, we had all these people with no money down programs where the banks would let you buy houses with no money? The market crashed and all these homeowners had homes that were worth 20 to 50% less than they paid for them, and the mortgage loan payment was higher than the rent they could pay for a similar home. When they realized that they could stay there and didn't have to pay the mortgage, they could just live there for free for many years before the foreclosure would actually happen. Well, now Bank of America has created a plan to do it again. Not only will this be a disaster, but they're also being extremely racist about it. Nope, it's not what you think. This plan is not for whites in good neighborhoods only. It's for minorities in bad neighborhoods only, and it will not require a minimum credit score either. So think about this. Low-value neighborhoods, no credit scores, minorities only. What could possibly go wrong with this idea? I do have to say I admire the idea. It could help many people in a situation change their lives. But we just experienced this 15 years ago. Doesn't anyone learn from the mistakes of the past? Other banks offer down payments like 3%, and some offer no down payment for military only. However, most of these, all of these, have minimum credit scores. I can only imagine what this is going to be in a few short years. Hey, I wonder if they're going to bring back no doc, no income verification loans soon. And if they do, maybe they should start with people who have 450 credit scores. I also wonder if when this plan fails, will BAC not foreclose on the people in this program? Because if they do, they're going to be called racist for sure, right? You know, because they're putting it and they're giving it to black and brown people only. Yeah, read the article. I couldn't believe it. All right, let's take a break here. And remember, by the way, this commercial spot could have your product in it as a sponsor of the show. And if you want to sponsor the show, let me know. All right, we'll see you guys back in a minute. Hi, I'm Larry Steinhouse, and one of the most misunderstood things in America is money. That's why I've written this book. It's called Money Hacks, because everything you think you know about money is wrong. And I'm telling you, everything you think you know about money is wrong. When you read this book, you will learn things about money that you did not know. You will even learn if money can buy you happiness. I have a full chapter dedicated to that. You're going to definitely want to read that. I talk about how to use other people's money to buy real estate. I talk about how to save more money, and I even talk about how to rebuild your credit score in this book. There are 22 amazing chapters in this book. This book is now available everywhere. It's available on Amazon. It's available on barnesandnoble.com. And you can order this book right now, and you'll have it in 2 days, and you'll start learning things about money that you never knew before. So order the book right now. Go to Amazon, go to barnesandnoble.com, and order the book, Money Hacks by Larry Steinhouse. All right, welcome back to Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse, and of course, if you'd like to be a sponsor on the show, your name and product will be delivered to hundreds of loyal listeners and watchers of the show. I'm telling you right now, if you've got a product, let me know. I will definitely talk about your product on the show. Just reach out to me, and I will be able to tell you how to be a sponsor. Look, as you know, we're expanding our base every day, and if you'd like to get your product or service out to my audience and also help keep the show on the air, I'd love to have you as a sponsor. Just reach out via Messenger or send me an email at larrysteinhouseshow@gmail.com. LarrySteinhouseshow@gmail.com, or just send me an instant message on Facebook. That's fine too. And by the way, as I said before, we have a Spotify channel. That's right. You can subscribe to the channel and listen to all the reports. They're broken out for your enjoyment, so they're broken out into 3 or 4 minute little spots. And it's quick and easy to listen to, and you can also share it with your friends. Hey, look up Money Chat Now on Spotify and subscribe. All right, real quick, a couple of people online I want to say hello. Say hello to, first of all, Pauline. I want to thank you. She's the first person to send us a bear picture. Actually, she started it, and she's saying she likes the idea of having a contest. So everybody has a bear. It doesn't matter if it's a Trump bear or not. These two happen to be Trump bears. It doesn't matter if it's a Trump bear or not. Put the book with a bear that you have, take a picture of it, and put it on Facebook. I'd love to see it. And maybe we'll even have some kind of contest, some kind of drawing. I don't know. You guys give me a suggestion. What should it be? I mean, I can make it a $100 bill, or I can make it something even more fun. You guys let me know. All right. So Michael says, by the way, I just read this now as I was scrolling. It says, don't worry about housing. You'll be able to make a house from used batteries. Yeah, good idea. I like that idea. That's a good way to recycle the batteries that are going to be all over the place when these cars start to go bad. All right, so far, of course, we've been discussing the market recap. Right now, the Dow is up 39, the S&P is up 18, and the NASDAQ looks like it's up 16. We also talked about the fact that housing and car prices are dropping, and oil prices are dropping, and gas prices are dropping. Maybe the Fed won't raise interest rates too much. We also talked about Volkswagen is selling Porsche, and I'm telling you, BAC is racist, but besides being racist, they're going to be really racist in a few years when they have to foreclose on all those houses. All right, coming up, of course, we have today's picks and plays. Did you guys hit that like button yet? Did you guys hit that share button? Everybody hit that share button right now. Right now. I'll tell you what, Ken the Democrat says he's going to put Trump bear in prison garb. I'll tell you what, Ken, you put the Trump bear in prison garb and take a picture of my book, and I will definitely post it for you just for fun. All right, of course, we have today's picks and plays. Don't forget, hit that share button. Come on, Michael, hit that share button, and Charles, hit that share button, and Pauline and Ken the Democrat, hit it as well. And by the way, don't forget, we're on here every day at 7:30. All right, let's talk about some great tips for the day. Today is going to be an important day as the manufacturing and services PMI reports will be released at 9:45. They got to release it at 9:45 so the market has to open, and then at 9:45 it has to either tank or shoot up. They can't give it to us earlier. Anyway, the past month's indicators will determine if business is slowing, increasing, or just standing still. It's also going to help the Fed determine what kind of interest rates increases we will need. The rest of the week will feature reports and speeches by Fed chairs, so it could be an interesting week ahead. Right now I'm in Meta, and of course I'm in Carnival Cruise Line. I have a lot of Carnival Cruise Lines, and I'm waiting to sell the covered calls when the stock goes above 11 again. I also have some Twitter stock that I sold the covered calls from, and the stock might be taken from me this week, and I'm actually hoping it does. It does look like I made a nice play with that one now. I'm also waiting for Amazon to go down below 125 and Google below 105, and I will consider the stock for stock option. As I've said before, if you want to make some money, or if you want to save some money from yourself or hide some money from yourself, buy good dividend stocks such as AT&T and sell the covered calls while you wait at the market. That's been a play for me as well. All right, real quick, before I get to crypto, a couple other people just joined us. Kevin said you bought my book. Thank you, Kevin. And when you read it, after you read it, please leave a review on either Amazon or on Barnes & Noble. It's a good book. You'll enjoy it. All right, let's talk about crypto. Crypto is still maintaining the approximate 20,000 number. It seems that that's the way it is now. Look, it's having trouble breaking past there. It did hit 22 for a minute a couple of weeks ago, but to me, it's a sign of more pain. The investors are starting to get bored. They will sell it off just to put their money somewhere else. Ethereum is just below 1,700, and to me, neither one is a play at these prices. I'm telling you, look for Bitcoin to go to 12,000 before considering it, and I would also look at Ethereum at about 700. So these are my numbers for these if you like. I'm telling you, I don't like these plays at all. Gold and silver are also dogs, though. Gold is about 1722, and silver is under 18. I mean, I just can't believe that, but it is what it is. Buy more. All right, the Treasury bond is moving up again, and now it's about 3.26. But don't forget that in June it hit a peak of 3.5, and when it's over 3, it's a constant thorn in the side of the NASDAQ. Apple stock will also suffer when the yield increases, so watch for that. Oil is below 90 again, and the average gas price is actually below 380 now, so it's actually dropping again. It's actually pretty good. By the way, so gas prices keep dumbing down, and of course, we're getting closer and closer to the midterms, but it's just very funny that Biden was now saying that he caused gas prices to go down. I'm just blown away by the fact that he says that when he caused gas prices to go up and then just lowered them a little bit more from where they hit the peak, and now he's saying that he caused gas prices to go down. Whatever. All right, of course, I want to remind you once again that from time to time I own some of the assets and some of the stocks mentioned in this. The opinions discussed in this show are solely mine, and no one asked me to make them. And matter of fact, from time to time people ask me not make them, but that's too bad because that's what I do on my show. I really enjoy it. All right, I want to thank you all for watching Money Chat Now. We are live every morning at 7:30 on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. You can also find repeats of the show on Rumble and Spotify. My name is Larry Steinhouse. I am the CEO of Investor Schooling, and of course I am the host of Money Chat Now. And I'd like to see you hopefully on the 17th. Go there. By the way, make it a profitable day.